So a complex grain like couscous is great. It's a grain like any other grain. It's couscous, spelt, rye, barley, oats. It's just another grain. So it's not that bizarro to have for breakfast, really, is it? It's just not usual. It will be now, though, once you taste this. OK, so we bring that to the boil.
Yep.
I'm going to put the couscous in the pot. Phoebe's going to give it a stir. So we're just going to leave that now for about 2 minutes until it's cooked, and then we're going to plate it up. So we've got low-fat yoghurt here. It's a good substitute for full-fat milk.
Just a question. I love breakfast cereal. I literally eat it for, like, breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, dessert. I could eat it for any meal of the day.
Athletes do that.
This is obviously a dish that takes time to prepare. Is it something that you can prepare and keep?
But that would last 3 or 4 days, and it would get better over the next few days because the apricots would soften a little bit more and take all the moisture on. OK, let's get a fork and fluff him up, as you do with couscous. Like that. Yum. Give it a little flake with the fork. And now this is for 2 people, remember? Or Hayley and Hayley. OK. Yum. Avoid your vanilla podge. That's not really to be eaten at this point. Let's do half a cup of our lovely yoghurt with the vanilla. And Phoebe.
Yes?
Come. Can I taste? Can I taste?
I'm ready.
OK, I'm just going to make him look. OK, so there is our beautiful breakfast. Looks good, doesn't it? And it was quick and easy and no fuss. You can smell it from here.
I'm excited.
Good. Haven't seen you excited before about something I've made.
It's just, you can really taste the orange in the couscous.
Can you taste the vanilla pod?
It's divine.
Great. At just over 300 calories, that's got over 100 calories less than your cereal. It's got less than half the sodium, and in my opinion, 300 to 400 times yummier than processed cereal. That is a great way to kickstart your day. So let's do lunch.
Up next on The Biggest Loser, the simple lunch that lasts till dinner.
Now that's what you call a Sambo.
And later...
And this isn't what I'm going to be making.
The lowdown on low-cal pork.
There's about 100 calories in each 100 gram of pork, so about the same as fish and chicken. So we've just made a nutritious breakfast, a good way to start the day. Next meal is lunch. So I'm going to show you how to make a healthy sandwich. Most people think sandwiches are healthy no matter what, but really it's the type of bread you choose, as you guys all know now, and what you put inside that counts. A pretty typical sandwich in Australia, white bread, in the old days before you knew better, which sends your blood sugar up because it's high GI. So you get a nice little hit and then you crash and then you need more. So that just leads to weight gain and all sorts of health problems. On that sandwich we have 3 slices of salami and 2 slices of processed cheese. And then we've got lashings of margarine. There's about 590 calories in that sandwich.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot, isn't it? So let's make a healthy sandwich with a really nice low GI bread and some salmon. OK, Shannon, up you come. You're going to give me a hand.
Let's do it.
OK, I'm going to make a Mediterranean salmon and chickpea sandwich. OK, Shannon, chickpeas.
Yep.
Half a cup. Great source of protein, low fat, good source of complex carbohydrates for sustained energy. Half a cup.
Yep.
Cumin powder, please, which will give it that nice taste of the Mediterranean, like when you get hummus or falafel. Yum. 1 teaspoon of cumin powder. Garlic and lots of herbs. So some parsley, basil and a little bit of mint. So about half a cup of herbs. Good source of calcium, magnesium, folate. It's a good idea to include them in everything. There's no salt in there. Get it as smooth as you can. You might need a little bit of water to make it into a paste because we're not using oil. Traditionally, there would be oil in that, but not in this house.
smells good.
Can you smell that?
Beautiful, yeah.
Smell of mint.
Janella, instead of those types of herbs, could you use any different ones?
Absolutely. Anything you've got growing, or not growing, anything in the supermarket. Tarragon, chives, coriander, oregano, thyme, anything.
Yummy.
Are you prepared to have a little taste along the way?
Definitely. Now, could you use this as like a rub on something, like a rub on a chicken? or-
Absolutely. You could use this for anything, a dip. You spread on your sandwiches, your wraps. Instead of mashed potato, put it with, say, sweet potato, add it to your mash. You could throw an egg in that and make patties out of that.
Be good with some chilli.
Chili, exactly. And that's a falafel, really. That's all falafel is. Okay, let's put that to one side and let's now make our mixture for our sandwich. Okay, I have 200 grams of red salmon there for 2 sandwiches. And I've used salmon for a reason. It has really high amounts of omega-3, which are really important for your brain, memory, longevity, beautiful skin, good heart health. I'm going to get you to just chop that into quarters. And can you dice that for me?
Here we go.
Small, yeah, just rough, doesn't matter. So I'm going to get rid of that juice and we're going to mash it up to make kind of a nice even spread. The bones, I know, might freak a lot of people out, but if you just squash them, see how they just break away like that? They dissolve. That's why it's a good idea to smash it as well. Those bones are a really good source of calcium. And people think you have to drink full cream milk all the time to get your calcium, but you don't. There are things like the bones in the salmon that are really great. And almond, broccoli, green leafy vegetables, tofu. Okay, while Shannon's doing that, I've got a gherkin or a dill pickle. Okay, like so. Pickles have got salt in them, but depending on the brand again, some have less. And you want to get them with sea salt and honey. Do you want to give that a little mix?
Yep.
So in you go. Let's put some pepper in it. Okay, so I'm just going to grab the bread and bits and pieces. Okay, so when you choose your bread, make sure that it's whole grain. You need oat, barley, rye, whole wheat, things with soy and linseed in it, pumpkin seed. Whole grains are great because they keep your energy sustained for longer and they keep everything on the inside and outside working better. So make sure you do get whole grains. If you get stuck and you're not sure, then you look for a little symbol that says low GI. So let's assemble our sandwich. So first of all, I'm going to put half of our chickpea spread on. Yum, it smells great, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It smells really good.
Some people need to have lashings of butter or lashings of margarine. And if you are one of those people, then choose a butter substitute that's actually going to lower your cholesterol. You might as well get one that's doing some good at the same time. So have a look at it and it will say lowers cholesterol. And I'm going to slice up a little bit of tomato. Okay, a couple of lettuce leaves. Do you want to do the honours with the cutting, Shannon?
All right.
Now that's what you call a sambo. You should get your chompers into that, Shannon.
With pleasure. Oh.
This is a big sandwich, but we want a filling lunch. You don't want to have a little tiny white bread sandwich with cheese on it so you're hungry by dinner and eat too much at dinner time. So big breakfast, big lunch, and a smallish dinner.
That's absolutely beautiful. I would definitely eat that for lunch.
Can you taste the cumin powder and the chickpeas in the bottom?
The cumin you can't really. The chickpeas is really good on the bread. The salmon's just absolutely beautiful. And so is the bread.
Oh, lovely. Thank you, Shannon.
Not a problem. Thanks.
Janella, roughly how many calories would that have?
About 430 calories. Do you want to come up and taste?
Love to.
Good. See, this will get you over your cereal fetish, hopefully.
No, it won't, but I'll try it. Ooh.
Yeah, it's a big sandwich. Oh, good girl. She knows how to eat.
Good. Beautiful. I'm not a lover of red onion, but love that.
Good. Leave the onion out.
Oil.
Great.
Thank you.
So there we have a Mediterranean salmon sandwich. It's low GI, low fat, high omega-3s. There's about 430 calories there, and a really great way to sustain your energy for the rest of the day. Then you can have a yummy smaller dinner, which we're about to make, stir-fried pork.
Up next, it's out with the old
So there's no hoisin, there's no oyster sauce, there's no sweet chilli sauce.
and in with the new.
It's so yummy. This is a better thing to eat than rice at night, even brown rice.
What type of diet can help break down fat? Keep watching. The answer is coming up after the break. The answer is C. Low GI diets help your body break down fat rather than storing it, and it also helps sustain energy levels longer.
After a healthy breakfast and a really healthy lunch, you wouldn't want to spoil it by going home and getting a takeaway. So let's make a healthy dinner. And this isn't what I'm going to be making. I know there's nothing that could make you guys eat that.
Oh, yes, there is.
No. Okay, pork spare
Come on,
ribs.
that looks good.
Oh, Rick, stop it. There's 1,100 calories in that, and it's not just from the really, really fatty cut of meat. I'm really sad you're all looking so happy looking at that. Look, even Hayley, like everybody's going, yum. This is not yum. It's going to clog your arteries, clog your intestines, make you feel heavy and lethargic and just sit on the couch and watch DVDs. That's not going to encourage you to get up and go and play a game of squash. Pork isn't always bad. It's just the cut of meat that you choose. So you want to use a nice lean piece of pork fillet, and it's usually got a nice little tick from the Heart Foundation on it. Okay, say goodbye.
Bye.
Good riddance. Okay, Sensible Lisa, would you like to come up and make
Sensible,
a
Lisa.
pork stir fry with me? There's no way I'm getting any of you guys up. You're just going to be sneaking over in the spare ribs. Okay.
Yes.
Let's make some pork stir fry. So, would you mind going to the fridge, please, and getting me the nice, healthy piece of pork that has no fat on it? Okay, so this is a 200-gram piece of pork. And see, there's very limited fat on there. So there's about 100 calories in each 100 gram of pork, so about the same as fish and chicken. Now, instead of using oil, this is an oil-free recipe. So we're going to start with some stock to cook the onions. There's 1 cup of low-sodium vegetable stock there. I'm using half a cup for 2 people. So don't be afraid to make stir-fries. A lot of people think that they go soggy, that you stew your veggies. You just throw it in all together. Slice. Let the onion cook a little bit first. And I'm going to put in a clove or 2 of garlic. I know you guys are all garlic lovers. Okay, let's put 2 in then, hey? Low calorie, no carb hardly. It's good. Has anyone not made a stir fry? Everyone's made a stir fry. Oh, that's great. Had you before you came to Biggest Loser? Had you, Rick? No, you've never made a stir fry. You're being silent.
Come on.
Lots of garlic. You can use a tablespoon of ginger, you can use a teaspoon of ginger, you can use no ginger, but we know ginger's great for digestion and good for weight loss. Go ahead. Ginger in the pot. Smells good. And so it's just softening without the oil. Okay, let me give you something to do. Okay, let's do a carrot first. Hard. So chop that up into juliennes, into little strips. Okay, so I'm just going to roughly chop the coriander stem, gives it lots of flavour. And we want to use things like herbs and spices, as we know now, to get flavour instead of sauces and oils. Half a capsicum. Take the white bits out. And then, so half a capsicum, oops, for 2 people. About a quarter of a head of broccoli for 2 people. Don't forget the stalks. They're yummy. So I'm just going to chop that into broccoli stems in. Okay, stir. How your carrots going there, Lisa?
Nearly there.
Shiitake mushrooms. They're only about 5 calories each. And they're really good immune boosters and good antivirals. All right, so those veggies are nearly cooked. I'm going to use a little bit of this stock, about half a cup, and then put the pork in. And just let it cook in there while the cooked veggies are cooking. Chop the end off your bok choy, and just, that's it.
Okay, you leave it whole.
Like that? Snow peas. Got about half a cup of snow peas. Okay, you just want that pork to go white. Get rid of all the red bits. Has anyone ever heard of quinoa? Oh, good, something new. This is a seed from a herb in South America, so it's not a grain. It's really high in protein, it's high in calcium, it's high in iron and high in fibre. They call it the mother grain in South America. It's gluten-free. Some people call it quinoa in Australia, but the correct pronunciation is quinoa. You can get red quinoa and you can get black quinoa. And you can get one that's got the 3 in it, which is really pretty. So you cook it just like rice. So double the amount of liquid to quinoa, but cook it the same way as you would any grain. Bring it up to the boil, drop it down to a simmer. It'll take about 7 to 10 minutes. It's quick. So let's have a look at our pork. Beautiful. Let's stir our veggies through. And some cabbage. Right at the end, you do your leafy things. So, cabbage, in, bok choy, in, and then your sauces. So, I've got 1 teaspoon of fish sauce, 1 tablespoon of low-sodium tamari, and 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. So there's no hoisin, there's no oyster sauce, there's no sweet chilli sauce. There's just all beautiful, healthy sauces for you. Put the lid on. Question from Phoebe.
What's in hoisin that makes it bad?
MSG, sugar, lots of salt. Do you want to do one and I'll do one? A spring onion?
Yep.
You need some spring onions in a stir fry.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you what the quinoa looks like, cooked. It's so yummy. This is a better thing to eat than rice at night, even brown rice, because brown rice is quite dense. It takes a lot of energy to use it up. So go for the quinoa at night. You can get quinoa milk and you can get quinoa flakes to have for breakfast instead of oats. Okay, let's have a look at our stir fry. It's looking pretty yummy.
So the veggies have just steamed on the top there, really.
Yeah, that's it. You don't want to cook green leafies too long. You kill all their goodness. All the folate goes, the magnesium. So you just really, yeah, steam them, exactly. Let's get a plate. So we've made enough for 2 here. So half the quinoa. So let's get the pork out. Okay, some bok choy. And let's get some nice greens. Does that look delicious?
Oh, it looks good.
Great. Some of that yummy stock. And then at the end, let's put on some beautiful coriander and those nice spring onions. Beautiful stir fry. Miss Lisa? You've never had it before?
No, never.
I live on quinoa. It's like my favourite food.
But it's no different to like rice or anything like that that you would have with it, so...
So it's not, does it feel hard or softer or
No.
the same? Does it have a
same.
flavour? Is it nutty? It's nuttier, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just sort of a little bit bitty, that's all. It's nice though. I'd eat it.
Like couscous a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, very
Thanks
good.
for your help.
Thank you.
Nicely chopped with the pork.
I'm sure.
Thank you. A healthy stir fry using lean pork with just over 300 calories. So that's a great dinner. So now you've seen a healthy breakfast, lunch and dinner. So I hope you're going to try that when you get home.
Janella, thank you so much for inviting us back to the kitchen. I'm definitely going to try the breakfast. I love the couscous idea. Sandwiches are beautiful and I'm loving the pork idea, better than spare ribs, Rick. So definitely a must for the